Hi, I am going to give you a short presentation for the easydrape.in application. So when you come to easydrape. I'm going to give you a short presentation on the easydrape.in and how to use the application. When you just type easydrape.in on your browser, you will come to this page. And if you are using it for the first time, you have to go to the sign up, or else you will type your username and password and you will log in. After the login, it will show you the models which are available in your account on the right side panel here, as it's showing loading models. So here we see all the models which are loaded into my account, and this can vary from the user to user depending on which models you have subscribed to. So let's take this particular model. I click on it, and this is loaded now in the center of the screen. It's just loading up now. So this process becomes faster if you have used this model earlier, as it will be storing this model in your cache, and then it will be faster to load this. But even with a decent internet connection, it should take about 10 to 15 seconds just to load this. Once it is loaded in your system, then it is kind of work offline. The speeds are not hampered by your internet connection. So it's almost there. So the design of the software has been basically kept very simple with minimal buttons, and it is a intuitive software. So most of the things will come naturally known to the user. Uh, this is kind of a hybrid model, which means that we use the textures and the prints from our desktop, but we use the models as a template in our browser. So that is why we call it a hybrid model. It's internet based, but yet it works local. So just few more seconds. Here we are. So now the model is there, and you will see that different parts of the model are highlighted with yellow. These are all the parts of the bed which are changeable, or we can apply texture or color on these. So to let's say to put a design on this, I'll just go to my file browser on my computer. So this file browser can have the prints or textures or whatever you want to drape in a folder as JPEG or PNG files. And just simply what I can do is I can just drag and drop just like that out here. And then it should drape it here. It, it just took 2 seconds. It's fast, it's local. And same for the other parts of the design. Let's say I want to put a set of designs here. I can put this one out here. And on the back side of it, I can also do the same design. So here it goes in the back. And then I can have for the middle one, I can just throw another one here. And you might be thinking, how can I adjust the scale of this? Yes, we can do that. I'm just going to show you in a while. In a moment. Just let me show you putting some more designs. So let's say for the back pillow, I can put this design here. And the same design for this pillow out here. Right. So now, if I want to put not a design but a color on this, it's possible. So what we do is to pick a color, we keep our cursor on this item and we press F5, and then this panel comes up. And from here, I can actually choose the color which I want, and I can adjust the color that I would like to have for this, right? And if I want to have, let's say, the scaling of it, So let's say if I want to have the scaling change for this. So first what I'll do is I'll group the similar designs so that whatever I do, it happens automatically for everything. So I go on to the grouping option and then I click on the objects which are having the same design. That means that once I have grouped them, they are highlighted together. And if I press F5 now, I can actually increase or decrease the height or the design size, and it's all going together. And I can adjust it. I can adjust the light for this particular cushion or the pillow, and I can adjust the size, etc. I can also give a rotation if I want to. So for the middle one now, if I press F5, it will be specifically for the middle one, and I can again adjust the height of the middle one individually. For the back ones, I have not joined them together, so let's join them again. So I click on this, click, click, and then unclick it. So now they are joined together, and if I press F5, they are now going to be scaling down by this way, right? So after we are done with this process, what we can do is we can just export this file as a PNG, sorry, a JPEG, and this will be about 3000 pixel by 3000 pixel. That is the highest resolution we get from this software because the software is intended to just being used like printing inserts or printing or going for online, which is e-commerce. So this is sufficient resolution for that. Um, so we can just save it with the name, say grade one, and then it goes as a JPEG. And I can just show you the quality of it. So once the file is saved, it is in your computer, and you can basically use it in any other software to make a presentation or things like that. And here we see the quality of the image. It's quite good, depending on the design file you have. And just to show you the resolution, so we can do 1:1. And for the pixel resolution, we can go and see how the file looks like. Grade one. So you see this is this one here is the file here. Here it is. And this is 3000 pixel by 2000 pixel, which is quite good for printing or for e-commerce. Right. So there are a couple of other features I can show you. Suppose if I put a stripe design onto this. Okay. Just prints. Now I have one stripe design out here. So if I put a stripe design and I put the same stripe design on this on the back side of it, and now there is a blue tint because of the color, so I can remove the tint by saying reset. And then I drag this again. It should be original color now. And now here, first of all, what we can do is we can join them together. So I can do the scaling of this whole thing. Press F5, and now I can scale it down to the size that I want. And now if I want to have adjust the placement of it, I can go to the move tool and I can basically adjust the lower part aligning with the upper part like this. So you can move them individually and you can align your stripes the way you want it. And then if you want, there's another feature. Suppose if you want the cushions to be coordinated with this one, we have a possibility to pick up the color. So if I click on F5 here, I say reset, and now I can basically go on to this area and I can hold my shift key and I can pick up a coordinated color from here. So from the design, I can actually pick up from anywhere. but I'm picking it up from the design for this particular design, right? And here for the back ones, again, I press F5 and I can say reset. And then here also I can pick up the color by pressing F by shift and then just pressing the color that I want. And if you want the to alter the color further on, you can actually make it lighter or take a shade of it, and you can do that. And for this bit here, you can again either do a solid or a printed. And what you can do now for this one is again reset, and we just choose a color, lighter shade or a darker one. There are only actually two colors, or with the white, a bit of green. So like this, you can compose it, a new image, and save it again, and the file comes out. There are lighting controls out here. This on the top overall impacts the lighting. So you can increase the lighting in the room or you can decrease the lighting. Same here for the shadows. You can increase the shadows or you can decrease the shadows of the image. One beautiful thing about this is the shadow, the incoming light from the source is maintained, and it is only reducing or decreasing the light as per the original, source light. So this is quite beautiful. It keeps the natural shadows of the light, right? And what we do here is if you want to only impact one individual item, you can press F5 and then we can only move the light for this object and not for the others. So this gives you a more control on the lighting on each object. So for example, on this pillow, I want to have a different light and I can say, okay, for this one, I like to have it more lit up and more brighter and so on. And you can reduce the shadow effect and make it look more what you want to do. Okay, so it's an easy software. It's very simple to use, and we try to make it user friendly. I hope you like it. Looking forward for your feedback.